Hey guys, YaKidMe Films here, and we're back with another LEGO review. This is LEGO set number 75159. It is called the LEGO Death Star. It is priced for $680 AU. It was released in 2016. It has 4,016 pieces, and it includes 27 minifigures, and it has 5 separate builds. I'll get onto the minifigures and separate builds first, now I'll get onto the big set. If you're looking at it like this, it has 27 minifigures. Well, it actually has 28, including this little droid that was, not droid, little creature that was in, that pulled Luke under the water. And then there's the little mouse droid, and there's also this little interrogation droid. But yeah, I'll do all the droids first, and then I'll get onto the other minifigures. So here are all the 6 droids included in the set. I'll start from the left and I'll go down to the right. This is the little build of the interrogation droid. It's got a little needle attached by a clip. It's got that little see-through bar, transparent bar. I really like this build. It doesn't look too good. It's not too big. It's right size for what it looked like in the movie. And yeah, it's an easy build. It doesn't take that long. It only took me like 10-20 seconds. So here is the Death Star droid, sort of a Imperial version of C-3PO, sort of. Got printing on legs and body and the back as well. No printing on the arms or the sides of the legs, which is okay. But I really like the mold they did with this one. The front of it looks really good. The back of it, not so much. It's just got a few lines and a little spike thing on the top, as you can see there. And so here is the sort of blue version of R2-D2. I can't remember what he's called. I think he's called D2 or something. But yeah, he's got the transparent head, and he looks just like R2-D2 if you put him up close, except he's blue and he's got the transparent head. But yeah, he's got printing on the front, no printing on the back. Well, neither is R2-D2, but yeah. And here is R2-D2. You know what he looks like. He's in heaps of new sets now. No printing on the back or legs, but yeah, same design, no new design. Here is C-3PO, same as R2-D2, no new design, the same design as the newer LEGO sets, but I like his printing. I like how they have that little silver bit down there. But yeah, here's a mouse droid. Easy build, just has 2 1x1 dark grey studs with little, what are they called? I don't even know what they're called, but you can attach studs or bricks onto them, and this just has, as the wheels, just 4 1x1 black studs. Here is the little creature thing you see that gets taken down by Luke. I mean, it takes Luke down under the water and Luke just like craps himself. Here's the bottom of it, here's the top of it. It's so weird. Like, I like how they added this, but it just looks so weird. It's just got a little eye there. A 1x1 brown stud and a 1x1 transparent orange stud. And yeah, it's a pretty nice build, but it is very basic. Here are the 3 Luke Skywalkers you get with this set. 1 Stormtrooper version, 1 just normal Tatooine version, and 1 in Star Wars The Return of the Jedi. Here is the Stormtrooper one, just got Stormtrooper printing and just same body part, same printing, and he's just carrying a medium-sized blaster. Here's one of his faces, he's sort of angry, and here is his normal face, just happy, and his hairpiece is still the same, and his helmet is still the same design as the other Stormtroopers. And here is the other Luke Skywalker. He's got the same faces, no difference there, same hair, same design of his head, no new mold for the hair. But yeah, he's got printing on the back, printing on the front body, and printing on the legs. And he's also got a little bit of printing on the sort of underwear, if you call it that, belt sort of thing, whatever you want to call it. And here is Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. He is carrying a green lightsaber. He has 1 black hand and 1 sort of cream hand, and he's got that hair that I like, that color, and he's got the same faces. He's got this one where he's angry and this one where he's happy, He has no printing on the legs, unfortunately, but I really like his printing on the front. Here are the two Han Solos for this set. One has a Stormtrooper clothes on, and he's carrying a medium-sized blaster. Here's his helmet, no new design, but he has the same hairstyle as well. There's his normal face, angry, and the other face is he's actually smiling. And here is the other Han Solo. He has the same two faces, except he is in he's in different clothing. No printing on the back of the side of the pants, sorry, no printing on the side of the arms, but he has a very nice printing on the legs, on the front like chest, and on the underwear or belt if you want to call it. And yeah, he just has the same faces, and he's carrying a small size blaster. Here are the two Stormtroopers included in the set, exactly identical, same printing as before. We have black, sort of black color belt, if you want to call it that. They are both carrying a medium-sized blaster, and here is their just angry clown face, and no new mold for the helmet. Here is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Chewbacca, and Princess Leia. I'll start with Princess Leia. No printing on the legs or the sides of the legs. Printing on the back and the front, which I really like. It looks like she's got a hoodie there, which she does in the movie. No printing on the sides of the arms, but here is her hairpiece. No new mold there. There's one of her faces. She's smiling, and her other face, she's angry. And now let's get on to Chewbacca. He has a stud shooter on his blaster, which you can activate by just pushing down this dark grey little triangle piece, and it just sets that stud to go flying. And here's the handcuffs that Luke and not Obi-Wan, sorry, Han Solo put on him when they are disguising him and taking him into the cell block. But yeah, no printing on the front or the back, but I like this mold they do all the time with him. It looks very good. And here is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's just carrying a blue lightsaber, and yeah, I like the printing of this one. He has a hoodie on the back printing, no printing on the sides of the legs, but very nice printing on the front and the front of the body. And he just has one face, no face on the back. But yeah, I like how they added his hairpiece that is grey, because it links up with his printing on his head. Here is the Emperor and two Royal Guards. They are exactly identical. No printing on the front or the sides of the legs. No printing on the back either, but I'm glad that they had dark red cape and the normal red other side, and they also have the dark red arms and hands, and they're just carrying that little blade thing, that black blade. And I really like the mold of their helmet that they made them. Yeah, it looks really nice. They just have a black head. But yeah, and here is Emperor Palpatine. He's carrying two electric strikes, whatever you want to call it, but I'm glad that he has his hoodie on. And here's one of his face. He's just normal, and his other one looks like when he's killing Luke Skywalker, like in the movie. No printing on the back, no printing on the sides of the legs. Here's a printing on the front and the legs. Doesn't look so good, but it looks okay. And I'm also glad he came with the cape. Here are the two guys that activate the little gun ship. They are exactly identical. Here's one of the faces, he's smiling, and the other face, he's actually serious. And yeah, I like the helmet that they gave him. It looks exactly like it in the movie. It's got a little shield at the back, and it's got all the dots and stuff on it. And yeah, they're just both carrying small size blasters. No printing on the legs whatsoever. Printing on the back and printing on the front, but it doesn't look that good. And here are the two guys that actually activate the Death Star cannon. Yeah, I really like the helmet. It looks so good. I reckon it looks so good. Like, I'm glad and that they put that little Imperial little minor detail there, and they have that blue and red thing, minor details as you can see on there, but they don't have it on the other side. And this is just his face, no other face, but they are exactly identical. No printing on the sides of the legs, the sides of the arms. There is printing on the belt, if you want to call it that, or the undies, whatever. And he's got printing on the front, printing on the legs, printing on the backs, but they look okay, I guess. And with the helmet, I'm also glad that it looks like in the movie how it's going, that way's going down and this way's going up. Now here are the three generals of this set. I can't actually remember their name, but here's one of them. He's just got one face, he's just like serious. Here's his hat. I'm glad that they put the little Imperial minor detail on there. And he has no printing on legs, sides of the legs, sides of the arms, or printing on the belt / undies, but he's got very nice printing on the front and back. Here's the second captain, looks just like the other one except a different face. No printing, no other head, sorry, on the back. He's got the same hat, and yeah, he's got nice printing on the front and the back, no printing on the arms or the legs. And here is the last general. He was seen a lot in Star Wars: A New Hope, but I can't actually remember his name. No printing on the legs or the sides of the arms, but good printing on the front, I reckon. And he just has this hair piece that I think is a very nice mold. It's got little curves up there that like suit like his head. And here's his first face, he's looking angry. And here's his second face, he's like, well, what's going on? And here is the last minifigure. It is the newer Darth Vader. He is just holding a lightsaber, a red lightsaber, I should say. And his helmet is two-piece, and this is his face, just the white one. Printing on the back as well, which I'm surprised that they did. And he just has that little piece there that goes before his head, and then he has this piece that just closes up. And I'm glad they got him with the cape. Very nice printing on the front as always. No printing on the arms or the legs, or actually the back of the shirt. But I really like the mold that they did with the two-piece helmet, and it looks really good. Here is the claw, sort of crane type thing for carrying cargo and stuff, I guess you could say. It's just an extra build that you can put anywhere in there, but I'm not sure who controls it. You could just have anyone controlling it. But just say you could have a stormtrooper just sitting there. Maybe actually put the other arm over there, and just like there's a little lever that you can move. And this crane can actually move up all the way back here, and it can move. This bottom pipe thing can move as well, and it can all just move very nicely. This can even move, and all these hands can just move. Like even the black and grey things can move if you want, but yeah, they can go out pretty far. It's just attached by the newer little 4-clip thing that Lego made a few years back. But yeah, it can hold on to cargo and boxes very nicely, and I'll show you that in the set later on. Here is just a little portable cargo train thing, whatever you want to call it. It's got 4 wheels, I mean, but two of them are like 2 of the wheels on each side are actually attached by a little pole, and they're attached by the 2x2 light grey rounded plate, and they have 2 clips on each. And you can open this up by this little mechanism here. It's just a little twisty thing they made that like ages ago. I can't remember what it's called. But here is like a microphone piece with a 1x1 transparent red stud on there. It can be a blaster, it can be a microphone, whatever you want. And here's just a little 1x1 light grey plate, plate, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's just got that little bit of printing on it. Here is Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's called TIE Advanced, but yeah, just comment if I actually got that name wrong. But here is this little ship thing. You can't actually see him in there, but you can fit him in with his cape and his helmet, which a few people have said you couldn't do with the old set, because I actually don't have the old set. But yeah, you can just put him in and sit him down and close this up and close this up, and it should fit him in. I'll just try and get him to sit down. Oh, come on, man. I actually haven't got him in here before, actually. Alright, there he is, he's sitting down. That can close up, and there's these little things that you can just pretend that he's actually holding. And then you can close this up, and it closes up fully. So I'm very pleased with that. This was a quick little build, but I really like the design of it. I think it's so cool. And you can also just move these winglets like up and down. They can go like so it's straight if you want, like this. So it's straight. You can go if they're just one. Oops. They can go if they're just one bit bent in, but it breaks like a little bit if you use it too much, like me, obviously. But yeah, you don't want to try and muck around with these too much. But yeah, that's that. Now I'll get on to the actual set. Here it is, guys, the Lego Death Star. I'll have to do a review from here because my shelf is too small. So yeah, I'll go from the top and I'll go down to the bottom. So here is their little conference room where they have their meetings. All these chairs spin. There is 7 of them to be exact. I like the design of these little things on their walls, and you can just open this up very nicely to show that you can put a few weapons in there or items wherever you want. And I'll get onto the elevator last, but on the left here is where they can turn the massive gun. This is a spinny chair, this is a spinny chair, but this actually turns something, and I'll show you that a bit later. And so there's this, and with this you can just take this out, push this forward, take this out, flip it over. Here is 2 stickers. This is Alderon, and then here is just a little other thing that I can't even remember what it's called. But there's a doorway right here, and that brings me to the next room. Here is the little droid room. This twisty thing actually activates the elevator, and you can just sit C3PO up here. Here's a chair that spins. There's a little toolkit here. This is meant to be magnifying glass, I'm pretty sure, and you can just lay figures on there if you want. And then you just pop this up, and then there is this thing that activates something that I'll show you in a little bit. And there is a little hole there that a mouse droid can go through, and here is the rest of the walkway. There's the last little room on this set. 2 turret things, you can twist them left and right. I have them in the middle. It is actually activated by this little stick here, so push it out and then to right to make them go right, and then push it out and then left to make them go left. And you can just activate the elevation just manually by pushing this up and down. Same with this, and that brings me to the next floor. Here is a floor down from the little droid room. Here, this top thing under the little lane thing, whatever you want to call it. Actually, the twisting mechanism works like this. You twist it from right to left, and that can actually hold Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, and it holds it into place very nicely, just like that. And that can go from left to right, but I usually like it out and just floating around my room because you want figures to be able to stand up there. Doorway for the little elevator. There is 3 boxes here, and there's a window here that you can actually open, but I'll show you that room next. And there is a little hole here that I will show you soon, and it's for something that's very cool. But yeah, I'll get on to the next room. These guys, the Death Star cannon. I'll go from left to right. Here is a door here that you can actually activate by pushing down this little screw thing, whatever you want to call it, and that's just a blast door. I'll show you from this angle. You just push it clockwise and then anti-clockwise to deactivate it. The printed pieces in there, as you can see, there's 1 there, and then there's 3 over here, and that's just a little twisty thingo that you twist to make the blast door activate. And here is the actual gun, and this is where you turn it. You turn this chair, and that turns this left to right, and then to make it go up or down, you twist this little bar here, and that makes it go up clockwise, and then anti-clockwise makes it go down. Here is the other side of it, and you can actually place a few figures here, maybe even 4 if they're standing up. But also you can see the little mechanism in there. There's 2 little windows that you can see, and here's the lever that you can just muck around with and just pretend you're activating the thing. And I'm glad they added a little pipe because that looks really cool. And here is the doorway, and I'll get into the next room. Here is the actual cell block. There's a little walkway door right there, and you can place a few minifigures here. Here's a little lever that you can just pretend is a microphone or something. Camera here that you can pretend to knock out. Camera here, and you can actually put that all the way back here if you want, and then make it come around, and you can twist it this 360 degrees as well. You can just set it up wherever you want. You can set it up over here, at the back even, but I like it here because that's what it looked like in the movie. And here is something that activates the door for Princess Leia's soul. You just twist it clockwise, it goes up, and can't really get my slide in there. There's another way from this side that I'll show you in a second. Here is the other side of it. For us huge figures, us humans, to get in there, we just need to pull this little stick off, and then you can put a few minifigures in there. But that's actually where Princess Leia used to go. And yeah, can't get much light in there, but here is the trash compactor, a few stickers there, and to activate this you just twist this clockwise and then it shoots down, and you can actually put minifigures in there, and that goes into the trash compact. I'm just a bit annoyed because in the movie they sort of walk down the hall and then the trash compact was on the right, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just a bit annoyed from that. Here is Emperor Palpatine's throne room. Here's a little bar that you use to control the little turrets, and this is where Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine and Luke Skywalker fight. So Emperor Palpatine just sits on here. You can spin his chair around 360 degrees. This window can actually move out and inwards from the other side if you push it back, and you can just pretend you chuck someone out there if you want. A few printed pieces on his chair. I like the build of the chair, and yeah, I like the build of these things as well. They look really cool. Little doorway that you can just put someone, get someone out of the elevator, and set the royal guards up there. Little walkway, not much space under here. Some barrels there, some barrels here, and you can actually pretend to chuck Emperor Palpatine out here, or whoever you want. You can pretend Emperor Palpatine actually wins, and you can place a few minifigures up here, and this actually gets knocked out if you push this forward, and then you can just put that back and just set it up because there's two cheese slopes there. And I'll get on. That's it for this floor, and I'll get on to the next one. Here's where Luke and Leia actually swing from this little rope. Luke and Leia are usually up here, and then there's two stormtroopers up here, and then here's the other side. But yeah, there's a rope here that you can attach both of the figures on. That just goes down to the base floor, which I'll show you after I do this floor. But yeah, I like how they put these little design things up here, and yeah, you can get them over to that thing very easily. There's 4 clips on each little platform thing, and this is actually where you chuck Emperor Palpatine down. See, there's the 2 holes, and yeah, I'll get on to the next room. Here is the next room, sort of basic. Little gun rack here. Here's a ladder for the stormtroopers to get up onto this platform, and there's like a little ladder thing that you can just put Princess Leia and Luke on. No door here like in the movie, but I usually just take this build that I did a review on before and just pop that up there because there's not much space for it to go either. And there's a little doorway here for the elevator, and this is another little elevator thing that actually goes up to here. I'll show you how it works. You just put a minifigure up here, just pretend you're moving cargo from the top with those little boxes if you want, and then just, here's a little stick build, and you just twist that clockwise and it just pops up there, and then anti-clockwise brings it back down. Now here is the next room. You can actually rotate this manually, not quite 360 degrees, but nearly 280. You can put it up, down, all the way down to here, all the way up to here. You can move it all the way to this side and this side, so that's really good. I think that can move a lot. 2 minifigures on here, 2 little printed consoles right there, and you can activate these spring-loaded shooters by pressing these little red things, not those foam pieces, those little red things, and you just push down on them and it shoots them out. There's 1 and there's 2. And always, to reload them, you just want to get your spring-loaded shooter, make sure this pointy bit is at the top, and you just push it in there, and reloading it is very simple and easy. I want to say about this, I'm literally in love with this design. I'm so glad that they made it like this. Not much bad stuff is showing, like the red actually doesn't stand out too much when you look at it from most angles. But yeah, I'm glad they added these little round pieces. The foam pieces look really nice. This massive gun thing looks really cool. So does the pipe. And then now let's get on. Oh yeah, there's also 2 little clips here that can hold 2 extra spring-loaded shooters. But I'll get onto the trash compact next. Trash compactor is right under the cell block and the massive, gun. And yeah, there's all these pieces in here, and you push this little bar in to close it up. But if you set these up properly, you can actually stop the walls from closing in like in the movie, except C-3PO and R2-D2 came to the rescue. And I'll try and get it. Yeah, see, look, I got the bar exactly like that, but you have to sort of hold it. Oh, never mind. There it is. That's perfect. And there's a little door here that you can activate from the room next, and I'll get into that next now. So just to activate that door, you just gotta pull this out. This little triangular 2x1 red stud, and it's got a cheese slope on it attached to it. It's not actually a 2-bit build, it's just the newer piece. And yeah, then you can just push that back to close the door. Here is where Obi-Wan Kenobi goes and deactivates the shield, or whatever you want to call it. And there's 4 little things that you can flip up or down, but this one is different. This one, you just pull the whole thing out and the shield or whatever goes down, and there's a little bar down here that you can push up, and then you can push this back in and it activates it again. Guys, I'll get on to the basement next. Basement, guys, not much to talk about it. Here's one room, here's the other room. Well, they're all the same rooms. The elevator can actually get down to here, a few barrels, but it's really hard to get a minifigure in there unless you go from the other side where the rope swing is, and you can just because that's actually hollow, so you can just try and put a little minifigure in there. But this goes up to the trash compactor. You can actually flip this little table down, and then you can just pretend your little creature is just on there. So it takes 2 hands to get his little light here, but he can move around a little bit. There's just a little hole in there that you can see down to the bottom, and you just put the table back up, and then he's actually in there. Last, I will show you the elevator. It's pretty hard to actually get a minifigure on there because here's my hand here, and then here's the elevator. So it's sort of hard to get your fingers in there. Kids will be able to get their fingers in there. I think you just gotta try and hold the other side. You can take this off and then put a minifigure in there and then put that back down, which gives you a little bit more space. But I'll show you how it works. There's these little yellow Technic pieces that just roll on the other side, and that goes down to the first floor, goes down to the second floor, and it also goes down to the third floor. It takes a little while, but you'll get there. And it also goes down to the very basement. So I'm not sure how you're meant to get a minifigure out of there, but just gotta try. Alright guys, that's the end of the review. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment your feedback on this video. Please go check out my description to see the accounts that you should really follow to do LEGO stop motions, gaming videos, vlogs and more. They're really good, I think. Please go follow my Instagram page, YaKidMe Films, and please go follow my other channel, YaKidMe. And thank you so much for 50 subscribers. I really appreciate it. I'm actually at 54 now, but yeah, I don't know how to celebrate. If you like and comment on this video, comment DONE, done, in capitals, and you have a chance to win a free shout out on my Instagram, my YouTube channel, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.